Anna is asking how to cultivate the present moment. I'm a lawyer, and every action to take depends on a future. I train on that, and I don't know how to focus in the now.
You know, everyone does the same thing. We're always planning the future, organizing our work. I mean, you know, if you want to fly, you've got to book a plane. You know, this is normal. When I talk about the present moment, it's about being here now. Even if you're studying the future, you're there in that moment. It's about being 100% present. When you're in the court, 100% present with what you're doing. You know, and it's about not worrying about the future. Plan and get back into the moment. That's what I'm talking about. You know, we have modern lives. Of course we have to plan things, but we need to be here now, whatever we're doing. And that way you start to enjoy everything and be more effective. You know, if you're not present, you miss everything. If you've got your mind in 5 different places, are you doing the best you can do here now? No. If you're having a conversation and you're distracted, are you giving 100%? Or open to receive? No. It's talking about that aspect. You know, if you're looking at the ocean, look at the ocean. Enjoy it in its completion. Don't be worrying about something else. It's just about being excellent in each moment. And that can be having fun. But you're here. Not chasing illusions.
Nidia is asking, how can I stop being so dramatic? Because I cannot see it by myself till the moment that somebody else reflects that.
Well, you can see this intensity. You can see this need for emotion. You can see that you're exaggerating everything or provoking drama. You can just look your creation and see what's transpiring. If you're present, you can see it. And you can start to find something more in the middle. You know, being dramatic all the time is exhausting. And it's exhausting for the people around you. And often we're like this because we can't be with ourselves. You know, everything has to be larger than life. And if people are telling you that, I'm sure it's true. So anchor more internally. Be more with you. Be happy to be with you. And stop making every small thing into a major drama. Just learn to flow, surrender, let go, and stop having control. That will change everything. But I think it always starts with being happy with yourself.
Sarah is saying, I don't know how to unhook myself from a negative feeling. That it moves when I listen, I see, or I hear something about a friend that got offended for something and she just ignored me. I'm very angry with this situation and I don't know what to do. And it's urgent for me to resolve it because I'm losing my peace and my sanity.
So you can resolve it in this moment. Let go. No one makes you feel anything. You're desperate to fix it because you don't feel loved. or you feel it's unjust, or whatever. But it doesn't matter what other people do. You have to connect and be at peace with yourself. You can't change others. You're not a victim to them. But you have to choose how you want to be in this moment. Instead of repenting or feeling unloved or feeling you need to justify yourself, just pull your energy out and put your energy in you and let go. It will resolve itself. Or no.
Gaby's asking, can you talk about the fear to make a mistake?
Okay, so that's a perfect question. Because there's no such thing. It is impossible to make a mistake. What do you mean? It's impossible. Everything's an experience. That's it. It might be a good experience. It might be something you didn't like so much. But it's a learning process. It's an evolution. So, when you start to look at it from that point, it gives you the freedom to move. Often we paralyze ourselves because we're afraid. That's not an experience. That's not opening to learn, to evolve, to improve. If you've got a no for everything, just in case I make a mistake, that's not good. It doesn't serve you. So you have to learn to let that go. And just trust. And enjoy the experience. It's just an experience. It's not life or death. It's just an experience from which you can evolve.
Maria Los Angeles is asking, can you talk about the personal equilibrium and how to achieve it?
Well, you can do that through consciousness. And you can center yourself. And you can be happy with yourself. And you can see the things in your life, the dramas, that take you out of that space. And you have to make that the most vital thing. To be here now and to find that place of peace. And that will give you equilibrium. Because you'll start to see what serves and what doesn't. But when you're chasing the outside, trying to fix everything, trying to have everything peaceful and calm, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So to be in equilibrium, you have to be anchored in your heart. And you move into action from that place. And once that happens, everything externally fixes itself. It fixes itself. Oh.
Karen is asking, you say that everything is related to love, and then when we ask something to the universe is going to make it reality, but for that we have to have a good relationship with God for it to work. If no, how is it?
You know, God isn't Santa Claus. You've got to let go of this idea. He's not sitting there saying, okay, you can have that because you've been a good girl. And no, you can't have that because you've been a bad girl. This is a very infantile perspective. You have to be clear internally. It's all about your connection with creation, because you are the creation. You are the totality. And in some fictitious manner, yes, you have to clean until you're vibrating in your divinity. So you could call that a good relationship with God. But you are that. You're experiencing that. And when you're clear, you start to create from that place, but without attachment. If you trust in divinity or God, you put things out and then you let go, because there's always a higher vision. Everything that comes to you is absolutely perfect. It might not be what you want. It's like a Rolling Stone song, no? You can't always get what you want. Something like that. And you just, whatever comes is what you need. Better you get what you need. No, hang on. What is it? Sorry, I forgot my Mick Jagger steps.
Leo is asking, what's the opinion on matrimony? Because some spiritual teachers say that they should stop happening. And that I feel very afraid with that, because for me, I think it's very important. I want to get married one day with a woman that I will love and I will have children, but also I want to grow spiritually.
Well, I'm sure she'll make you grow when you get married to her. And the children too. You know, these are just ideas about celibacy. And this system has nothing to do with that. All of my students are sex maniacs. I know that. And it doesn't affect their growth. So don't worry. You've picked a perfect system. You can get married, you can have kids, you can have multiple partners, you can do whatever you want. I don't care. The only thing you need to do is focus on love. This is a system of love. We don't negate anything. We use everything to evolve, to create unity. And this is how it should be. You can't negate aspects of the universe, because that becomes your obsession. And the only thing you should be focused on is the love and giving that love, but stabilizing it internally. And what a wonderful gift to have someone you love that you can grow with. That's a lovely thing.
Danny is asking, I suffer of anxiety since several years ago, but I noticed that during this retreat it got much better. How can I do to take this experience to my daily life, where I have another activities to do and I cannot practice for so long?
You know, this is a training ground. Okay, you're at home, so it's relatively normal. But when you go out, you have to just keep focusing on the facets and keep unifying every day and keep looking for support. And you will totally stabilize this. You know, the thing is consistency. You need to continue. When you focus on the highest point, everything else falls into place. And it doesn't matter what you're doing. You can be focused on consciousness. Of course, you should be in every moment. Consciousness in action. It's so simple. It's very difficult not to be present. That's when you create problems. If I'm not present, I'm not hearing well. If I'm not present, I'm not moving into action from a place of internal security. I'm fractured. I'm all over the place. I'm not present. And in work, you need to be present. You need to be listening. You need to be giving. You need to be creating. And where else to be? But in your consciousness. It makes you highly effective. If you're all over the place, you're repeating things, you're making mistakes, you're not seeing new opportunities. This is imperative in work. You need this to be here now. You know, people think that spirituality or consciousness and what they call the real world is separate. And it's not. It's one. It's two sides of the same coin. And you have to be in the middle.
I have a conflict in between my work and my son. I'm working from home, and I like my work more and more. But this is happening now that I'm having less time with my son, because usually it's to whom I dedicate the most of my time, and I'm judging myself for that reason.
You know, it's not about the amount of time. It's about the quality of time. And you have to be clear about that. You know, you work to provide. It's an important aspect of your life. And if you're enjoying it, great. You have a job that you're enjoying. But just make sure you give him quality time. And often these ideas are in our heads, no? Whereas the children are happy doing whatever they're doing. But you think, I'm not being a good parent. And you have to look at that. You know, things change. Things evolve. And children adapt.
Karen is asking, what is that we have to transform? Because I don't know really what I have to do with that on the transformer and the movement I have to do with it.
So it's just energetic, no? You're going up through your kundalini, and then you're going down. Or sometimes I'm taking you up twice. You know, your whole body's energetic. And this is the core, the base, and the crown. And I'm just moving all that energy. So if you just do that internally, it doesn't mean you have to feel anything. At some moment you will. You'll put the energy up and you'll feel it. But in the beginning, it's hitting on different blockages. It's opening the chakras. It's not even something conscious. And you're only doing it with me. Because I'm using this time to move everything. Why? Because you're all at home unifying. So it gives you an opportunity to liberate all this rubbish. But you don't have to be doing it all the time. You know, you're doing it when you're with me.
Marcela is asking, what do I have to do to not be affected negatively with what other people say or do or circumstances?
You know, it takes training, no? But you get to a point where you just witness or you just listen. You know, the problem with humans is we think that our idea is God. This idea, my belief system, is the beginning and the end. And we identify with it because it defines us. I'm good. I'm right. I'm the best. I know what I'm saying. And you're wrong. And the whole world does that. Have you ever noticed We always have at least two political parties. One agrees, one disagrees. And they spend all their time fighting about it. Don't create politics in your life. It doesn't matter what you believe. Anchor in your consciousness and stop defending your belief systems. If you believe them, great, but don't force them onto other people. You know, I'm a spiritual teacher, and 80% of humanity thinks it's all bullshit. I don't walk around trying to convince them. Oh, you need to go in. You need to speak your truth. You need to be like this. You need to be like that. They have their own process, their own experience. And I used to be very politically active. And now I don't care. It's all the same. It's just an idea. There's something bigger that unifies all of us. And that's the love. And that's what we need to focus on. The expansion of consciousness. And we become instruments of that. That's what's important. What people think or believe is just their program. You know, and you can't change them. They can change themselves. So stop being affected. And if it affects you, move it. That's it.
Can you talk about the power of the universe?
You know, the power of the universe is a complete reflection of you. I am that. So when you start to see it crystalline in its perfection within every aspect, that means that you are self-realized. When you don't trust, when there's extreme negativity, when you don't see beauty, and it affects you, that means that you're not open. The universe wants to give you everything you want because it's your kingdom. But you have to be clear. So how do I become clear? To embrace that power, to be able to use that power. Firstly, I have to clean my limiting belief systems. I have to clean my window of perception. I have to focus on praise, love, and gratitude for what I have. You know, I don't know if you've noticed, but people always go to the church to ask God for something. It's like you don't see what's there. You already have everything. You have to change your focus. And once that happens, once you're in that love and that appreciation, your desires fall. Because when you live in completion, you can see that it's there. Everything's there. All the time. And everything's simplified. That need. There's no attachment. I want a new car. Oh, you can't have one. Oh, okay. I want this. Oh, you can have it. Oh well. I want that. Oh, it's coming in abundance. Oh, sorry, enough. You know, it's like that. It's a playground. But that need is gone. Because it's all energy. It's all energy. And when you live without attachment, everything starts to change. That's when true abundance begins.
With this of the quarantine, I can see how hard it is for me to commit to myself, like to do exercise and to do certain routines during the day. It's much easier for me to do it when I'm committed with another person, like to respect their time or an activity. What can you tell me?
Well, that's okay. Most humans are like that. You know, basically lazy. That's okay. So if you know you're like that, just organize to do it with someone else. Like in the morning, you do yoga with Maria Laura. It's done. And in the afternoon, you do dance class with Cynthia or Taksha. Great. You know, it doesn't matter. But you push yourself a bit. Push yourself a bit. But don't be so hard. You know, don't be so hard.
Maria Paz, you tell us that we have to love ourselves unconditionally. Is bad to fall in love with somebody while we are in this journey of inner knowing ourselves?
It's not bad. As long as you don't get completely lost and distracted. You know, if you can be anchored in yourself and be with someone else without abandoning yourself, that's a great thing. You can grow a lot. But if you're like this and you completely lose yourself, you're back at point one. Same drama, same addiction, losing myself, compromising, begging for love. So find that clarity. Okay, I might have a relationship, but the most important relationship is my clarity with myself, my love for myself, not getting lost in that person, and coming together to enjoy, to empower each other, to grow, not to one to get lost and then become resented. And this is the hardest thing for people to do. There's always one that's lost. So don't do that. Be clear.
I think I understand animals as the little children, that they live mostly in the present moment. But in what moment do you think we will achieve to be the most of the time in the present moment?
Well, once you've cultivated enough consciousness, it's very easy to be in the present moment. But don't think that being in the present moment means you're inactive. You can be in high activity and be completely in the moment. When I ride my horses, I'm completely in the moment. When I'm doing exercise, I'm completely in the moment. When I'm communicating, I'm completely in the moment. It doesn't mean you stop functioning. You know, you're not going to see the dog on the iPhone. But the humans can do that and be present in the moment. Apart from my dog. She has an Instagram, Facebook, fans, you know, but she's special. Yeah.
My friends tell me that I always want to be right and I want to do things in my own way. I want to change it, but what to do?
So change. See your rigidity. See your need to have control. Start surrendering. Start giving to your friends instead of insisting that happiness will only be if you do it my way. So give. You have to see that. Because it doesn't matter what you do. If you're giving, you can enjoy anything. But we have this rigidity, no? Okay, we're going to do this, 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 and this. And then someone else says, but I want to do this, 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 and this. Surrender. And you probably think my idea is the best. But it's so simple to surrender. Have a new experience. Let go of the control. And if your friends are complaining, because it's true, you're a control freak. Stop doing it and give them an opportunity. Because it's very boring and very annoying and very limited and not very friendly.
My husband, that he doesn't practice the system, but he sees me practicing since many years ago and supports me a lot in that. He's asking, if I think I'm happy and I'm satisfied with my life, why will I need to start a path like the Isha system?
Well, you're a lucky man. Because obviously you have a very evolved wife. And, that's great. No one's saying you need to. But there's always more, huh? I'm happy. I'm this. I'm that. But there's always more. You can always open to the opportunity of more happiness, more joy, if you want. But yes, you're right. It has to come from you. Thank you for watching my Darshan.
Okay. Always asking, how is that of not getting identified with your thoughts? Who am I if I'm not what I think? Who takes the decisions? Today, I listen again your Darshans when you were talking about witnessing the mind as if they are the parrots that we are listening in the witnessing. But I still don't understand. I still don't know how is this thing of not getting identified with the thoughts.
Okay, so I'll tell you. You have lots and lots of repetitive thoughts. And these repetitive thoughts are often based in negativity, self-criticism, fear, non-trust, all of those aspects that take us into suffering. Do you want to listen to those thoughts or be ruled by those thoughts? No. On the other hand, you have lots of clear thoughts, loving thoughts, important thoughts, like you have to know where you live, who you're married to, which car is yours, where's your bank account. There's a million things you need to know. They are useful thoughts. Okay. So when you sit in consciousness, which is peace and joy, you can choose, because this peace, joy, and unity is the greatness of who you are. You have the choice, because humans have a choice, no? To decide which thoughts correspond or serve in the moment. So you can see the thing that's choosing is who you are. The choice is who you are. That love is who you are. You see the difference? That's why you have the capacity to witness the thoughts. That serves, that doesn't serve, that makes me suffer, that doesn't. But it's coming from the capacity to be present in the moment. So when you sit in that space of love, or in your greatness, you are the witness of your human duality. Now, I'm sure that's very clear. Super clear. You are the tree, not the parrots. Gracias.